Aces are great. Aces are adorable. But don't get a 7. They can be horrible. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks. You're very kind. Well, here's a lady who obviously knows how to play the game. We thank Michelle Anstey of Avon, Connecticut for that opening poem. Thank you, Michelle. Now let's get to the cards. And Jeannie and Bettina, if you will, start loading in the cards, and we'll start a brand new match with these Card Sharks. Stacey McGuire, our champion. Hi, Stacey.
Hi.
Won't you again tell us about yourself?
Sure will. I'm Stacey McGuire. I'm a very happily married newlywed of 4 months and
4 months and 3 days
3
now,
days
right?
now.
Yes.
I work for a major department store up in cashiering, and I'm ready to play some more.
Good. You have won $1,200 in the game, so you're
That's
playing very
nice.
well. And our challenger we're meeting for the first time, Kip Green. Hello, Kip. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Hello, Jim. It's good to be here.
Good. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
My name is Kip Green. I'm from Southern California. I'm a senior at Brigham Young University studying political science, and I want to go to law school next year.
Good. What kind of law you want to get into?
I'd like to get into criminal and constitutional law.
Sounds very interesting. It sounds like you've got definite goals for yourself there, Kip.
I hope to think so.
Good luck to you. Nice
Thank
to have you
you.
here. Good luck to both of you. And the cards have been shuffled. The players cut the cards themselves. Stacey, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red deck. Kip, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue deck. We play the best 2 games out of 3. And as I mentioned, we're starting a brand new match with a question to the champion.
Okay.
Stacey, we found 100 men who have been divorced 3 or more times. And we asked them, have you ever asked a woman to marry you while you were still married to someone else? How many of those men who've been divorced 3 or more times said yes, they have?
I think maybe they might have found the person they would like to marry, but they wouldn't ask them because they had such bad feelings about the other marriages. So I'm going to say it's low, and I'm going to say 24.
She says that 24 thrice or more divorced men have asked a woman to marry them while they were still married to someone else.
Well, you know, Jim, I think that after 3 times they would have learned their lessons by now, so they're probably staying away from further marriages. So I think it's going to be a little lower number.
You say lower. If it is lower, Kip, you'll get to play your cards first. If not, it'll be Stacey. And the actual number of divorced men who have asked a woman to marry them while they were still married is 31, not lower. Stacey. And Stacey, the champion, starts with a king.
Oh, I like that king. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a king. It is an 8.
Oh, I don't like that. I want to freeze. I want to freeze.
We move over the freeze bar, and we can't take those cards away. And, of course, that keeps Kip away from his cards. Kip, we asked 100 teenage boys who have a steady girlfriend. For $50, would you let every guy in school line up and kiss your girlfriend? How many teenage boys said yes, they would?
Gosh, you know, I think that if they have a teenage girlfriend, and having one myself, I think that they'd be very overprotective, and they wouldn't want other guys kissing them. So I'm going to say it's a small number, probably 20.
20 for $50.
I think it's even lower. I know when I was in high school and had boyfriends, nobody touched, nobody even looked. So it's got to be lower. Lower.
The actual number of teenage boys who for $50 would let every guy in school kiss their girlfriend is 12. You're right. It's very much lower. Stacey.
Oh, change
Stacey,
that
we're
8.
left off with an 8.
Change that 8.
Whenever
Change
you win
it.
the question, you have the right to change it. So the 8 becomes a 6.
Oh, that's a little better. I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 6. A
Woo!
queen.
Oh, I like the lady. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a queen. A 2.
I'm going to go all the way higher.
For the first game of the match, higher than a 2. Yes, with a jack. And the champion wins game 1 and $100. We'll set up for game 2, and that'll be coming at you right after this, so don't go away. Game 1 went to the champion, who wins $100. And now as we set up with the same 2 decks of cards, here come the next cards off the top of the deck. And Kip, the challenger, needs this game to stay in the match. As we left off, the question goes to you, Stacey.
Okay.
Stacey, we asked 100 single women. In general, do the men you fall for turn out to be heels? How many women said most of their men do turn out to be heels?
Oh, I don't think they'd be attracted to him if they were going to be heels. I think you kind of get a little bit of maybe intuition and you know, so I'm going to think it's going to be low, maybe 28.
28 single women say they usually wind up with a heel. Kip?
Gosh, you know, that's a very, very tough question. But I think that what with divorce so high and everybody having so much marital troubles, it's going to be just a little higher.
Higher than that.
Not much.
I think there's some more heels out there. The actual number of single women who fall for men who are heels is 39. You're right. Kip, higher. Of course, that may just be their point of view about the two.
Give me an ace, an ace.
Start with a 4.
4, that's a great card. I'll play that higher.
Higher than a 4. A
Yeah,
queen.
that's a great card. I'll play the next one lower.
Lower than a queen.
All
8.
right, I'll freeze.
Freeze. Kip is halfway there to tying up the match. Kip, we found 100 women executives. These women are all vice presidents of corporations. And we asked them, do you make more money than your husband? How many women executives said, yes, they do?
Gosh, I think that if they're women executives, they're probably making a lot of money. So the chances their husband's making a whole lot is not very large. I'm going to say probably, it's how many make more?
How many women executives said, yes, they make more money than their husbands?
I'm going to say probably 60.
60 women executives make more.
No. I think it's got to be lower than that. Maybe if they're vice president, their husband's president. I don't know. But I think it's got to be lower.
The actual number of women executives who make more money than their husband is... It's lower, 45. Stacy, yes. Stacy, you start with an 8.
I hate those 8s. Please change it.
Changing the 8 to a 4.
Oh,
Good change.
I like 4s. Okay, I'm going to play it higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, a
Oh, I
queen.
love the ladies. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a queen. A 2.
Oh, I love that. Higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
I'm going to freeze.
Freeze.
I'm going to freeze.
Stacy needs 1 card. Kip needs 2. Hell, everybody's saying go for it. Easy for them. Stacy, your question.
Okay.
We asked 100 United States Marines, since you became a Marine, have you taken a bubble bath? How many Marines admitted that they have?
I know some Marines, and they never would be caught in a bubble bath. None. I mean, it's going to be
Well, we didn't
low.
ask if they were caught, Stacy. We just said have they
I
done
don't
it?
think they've done it. I'm going to say it's really, really low. Probably 13.
13 Marines have taken a bubble bath.
You know, all the Marines that I know are very, very manly and very, very strong, and I don't think they get caught near a bubble bath, so I think it's going to be a little lower.
Lower than that.
I hope so.
The actual number of Marines who've taken a bubble bath is 27, not lower, Stacy. Oh, the times they are a-changing. Stacy, you've got a 9.
I want to change that 9, please.
Big change, needing just 1 card. The 9 becomes a 2.
I'm going to play that higher.
If this is higher, Stacy keeps the championship for the win. Yes! Stacy does it. Kip, thank you. Boy, she got some good cards. Good luck with your studies.
Thank you very much.
We have some nice party gifts for you. Bye-bye. Kip Green, come on, Stacy. Stacy, gonna go for the big money.
Yep.
That'll be coming up right after this. Good win. Congratulations. You really had good cards there. And I hope that's lovely. We're back here with our champion. And the audience was saying, some of them were saying, come on, Stacy, let's go as they're coming out of the commercial. And a voice in the back said, clean them out, Stacy. That's great. Let's do it. Let's open the board. Get to the money card. I hope you do clean this out. That would be nice. That would be super. Stacy, the money cards have been shuffled and cut, as you know, and we'll give you $200 of new money on the bottom line, these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200 of betting money. Isn't that nice of us?
That's really nice.
And 3 more cards. Do remember, though, that your minimum bets are $50. And when you get to the top card, the big bet, there you must risk at least half the money. Good luck. I hope
Thank
you
you.
do clean us out. Here's $200.
Okay.
Remember, you can change the base card on each of the 3 levels if you need to. Stacy, with $200, you're starting the money cards with a king.
Good card. I'm going to bet the whole 200 that it's lower.
$200 lower than a king. Yes, with an 8.
Okay, I'm
Right
not
up the middle.
crazy about those 8s. I'm going to bet 50 that it's higher.
50 that is higher. Got a feeling it's higher. You're right up the middle. I hope you're right. $50 higher than an 8.
2. Oh, that's okay.
Well worth
I like
$50.
that too. Okay, I'm going to bet the whole thing that it is higher.
$350 higher than a 2. Yes, a 6.
Okay, that's good. That's
Oh, I'm glad we didn't see a double 2. I've seen a few of those. Up goes a 6. We'll give you the other 200.
I'd like to change
900.
that card.
Want to change it? You've got good betting money there, so this is a big change. The 6 becomes a king again.
I love that card. The whole thing, lower.
$900 lower than a king. Yes! Another 8. Look at that. King 8, King 8, and you've got 1,800 out of it.
Okay, I think I'll bet 200 that it is lower. Not too many low cards.
Get a little
there.
cocky there with the 8 now.
Yeah,
$200.
200 lower.
Lower than an 8. She's right with a 6 for $2,000 and 2 cards to go.
Okay, I think I'm going to bet 400 that it's higher.
Oh,
Higher.
I'd love to see an ace now.
I'd love to
$400
see
higher
an ace.
than a 6. Oh, no, a 5.
That's okay, that's okay.
Down to 1,600. You still got good money as we go up for the
Okay,
big bet. Do
I'd
you
like
want
to change that card.
Come on, let's get on a winning track. Changing the 5. There's the ace we were looking for.
The whole thing lower. The whole thing.
Nothing or $3,200 lower than an ace. Yes! For $3,200. That'll help with the house money. Come on down here, Stacy. Oh, that ace was lovely.
Oh, I loved it.
Good. And you're up to $4,600.
That's great.
Stacy will meet a new challenger right after this. Congratulations. Good. Stacy, we'll start dealing out 2 brand new decks of cards and meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Sam Meyerson.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Sam. How are you? I'm fine.
Great. Let her go. We're ready.
Oh. Sam is always noted for his shyness. I knew it. Sam, would you tell us about yourself?
My name is Sam Meyerson, born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska. Great. Graduated Creighton University in,
Yay!
in 1933. Been a pharmacist for 43 years.
Her husband is a fireman.
Congratulations. I enjoyed playing golf.
Yes.
I enjoyed playing the horses.
Good.
And I really like to tell jokes at parties.
Oh, good. we won't ask you for any, Sam, if you tell them at parties. Have you cut the cards?
Yes, I have cut the cards.
Then we are all set to go.
Let her
Sam,
go.
You play the lower cards of... Sam was into the orange juice this morning, friends. Sam plays the lower cards, the blue cards. Stacy, the upper cards, the red deck. And we start with a question to Stacy. Stacy, we found 100 single women who are dating. Mm-hmm. But this time, the women were all over 65 years of age. And we asked them, listen to this, women over 65 dating, would you accept a second date from a man who fell asleep on the first date? How many women said, yeah, they'd date him again?
I think a woman any age is going to be insulted with that and would not date a man again. And I think it's going to be low. How many would accept?
How many would date him again?
Okay,
Yes.
24.
24 would date him again if he fell asleep.
I disagree. She's an expert at this, but I can see it. But let me tell you something. It's right up my alley. And they're so anxious. Listen, these women have got to go out, you know. So it's got to be higher.
Even if he fell asleep, say higher. The actual number of senior citizen women who would go out again with a man even if he fell asleep on the first date is 53. You're right, Sam. It's higher. Of course, we didn't ask if they fell asleep too, right, Sam?
Right.
Sam, you're starting with a 5.
Let's change that card.
Sam wants a different card and gets a 10.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a 10. Yes, a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. An 8.
Freeze it.
Freeze it. Move over the freeze bar.
Good.
Sam, I know if they went out with you, you wouldn't fall asleep. I'm sure of that.
Depends. if the movie is kind of boresome, you may fall asleep.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that, Sam. The question to you. Sam, we asked 100 married men. Married men. Have you ever apologized to your wife when you didn't mean it just to avoid a fight? How many married men said they have?
Yeah, I think that many married men would because it's easier to back off than to have a conflict. So I think it'd be around 62.
62 men have backed off to avoid the fight. They apologize.
I know Mark has apologized to me when he hasn't meant it just so I'll shut up. So I'm going to say it's even higher than that.
Even higher.
Even higher.
The actual number of married men who have apologized to their wife just to avoid a fight is 64. It is higher by 2. Stacy.
Okay.
Stacy starts with a king.
Oh, good card. Lower.
Lower than a king. It is a 7.
Oh, I don't feel too good about that 7. I'm going to have to freeze.
Moving over the freeze bar. And Sam has a 1-card advantage in the first game of the match. Question goes to you, Stacy.
All right.
Stacy, we asked 100 airline pilots. Have you ever had a near collision with another plane? How many pilots said they have?
Gee, you know, with hearing in the paper about all those crashes, I wonder if it's, if it's very common. I'm going to have to say that they're more skillful than that and go a little bit low. I think
How many?
28.
28 airline pilots have had a near collision with another plane, Sam.
Well, I don't think it's because of their inability to fly or their not being capable. I think but many things happen. I think it'll be even a little higher.
Higher. The actual number of airline pilots who have had a near collision with another plane is 84. It's higher. 84. Cancel my reservations. I'm going to stay home. Sam, you've got an 8.
I'd like to change that.
You can change it. You won the question. You have a 3.
Hey! Let's go higher.
Higher than a 3.
Hey!
A 9.
Freeze it.
You're going to freeze it. Needing 1 card for the game. Stacy needs 3. We're at sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Sam, we asked 100 women who are millionaires. Very simply, have you ever eaten pheasant under glass? How many women millionaires have eaten pheasant under glass?
Oh, I think many, because they're being treated by other millionaires in the male species, So I think it would go about 62.
62 women millionaires have had pheasant under glass,
I
Stacy.
think it's got to be more common than that and say it's a little higher. It's got to be higher. Yeah, sure.
This will decide control of the board. The actual number of women millionaires who have eaten pheasant under glass is 34, not higher. Sam.
I'd like to
Sam, you have a 9. You need 1 card, but listen, you have control, Sam. You could also force Stacy to play it. With the 7, she needs 3 cards. Your decision. Play it or pass it.
Stacy, it's all yours.
Now that I've explained the options, you don't want to play it, huh?
It's all yours.
Stacy, if you could turn all 3 over, you win the game, but make 1 mistake and the game belongs to Sam. With a 7, call this.
Okay, I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 7. It is a 9.
Good. Okay, that's fine. I think I'll go higher again.
Against the odds a little bit. She says higher than a 9.
Come on, be higher.
No, it's not higher. And Sam wins game 1 in sudden death. So the challenger is 1 game and $100. And we'll set up for game 2, if you will, Jeannie. You know, while we're setting up for game 2, Sam, I think I misunderstood you. You said you are a pharmacist, and I thought you said you are a fireman.
No. Pharmacist.
Well, it's the same kind of job. You put out different kind of fires,
you're
right?
You're dealing with hot stuff all the time.
Sam is game 1. Here come the next cards off the top of the same 2 decks of cards. And Stacy, in a game you need, the question to you. Stacy, we asked 100 married men. Does a wife have a duty to say yes to her husband whenever he's feeling romantic? How many men said it is a wife's duty to say yes?
I hope that it's going to be low. I really think that nowadays, you both partners, it's equal, and if you don't feel like it, then that's fine. And it's how many
said it? Yes, it is the wife's duty to say yes.
No, I say it's about 23.
23 said it is the wife's duty, Sam.
No, absolutely not. While it's a man's world, I still think it'll be a little lower.
Lower. The actual number of married men who said it's a wife's duty to say yes to her husband is 40, not lower. 40. All I kept thinking is if I use the word duty to my wife, she'd kill me. Stacy, you got it, and you've got a 4.
I love those 4s. I'm going to play it higher.
Higher than a 4. No, another 4. Not higher. Challenger gets a break and a chance to play off a 7.
7. I'll go higher.
Of course, Sam knows he did not win the question. He cannot change it. Higher than a 7? Here's the queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. A 10.
Freeze it.
Freeze. 1 card, and Sam could become the next champion on Card Sharks. We'll take time out right now. We're still discussing that question about duty. This may go on all night. We'll see you next time on Card Sharks. Have yourself a very good day. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive from Gibson a microwave oven with digital timer, defrost settings, solid state variable power control, and Gibson's temper sensor cooking probe. Gives dependable, cool, clean, fast-paced cooking. And some of our contestants will receive a 22-piece Master Mechanic multi-drive socket set from True Value Hardware stores, who combine value in personal service in over 5,000 locations. And American Tourister strong, lightweight luggage. The prettiest piece of protection your clothes will ever get. You travel first class with American Tourister. And Polyglide Coat rust-proofing shield gets into seams, cracks, and crevices in your car where rusting begins. Rust-proofing protection available at new car dealers everywhere. And the Silver Dish and Light Lunch, a hot new lunch idea from Lipton that you make in a mug. Hearty, delicious, satisfying light lunch. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.